Phil Harding here to introduce the Burris Thermal Rifle Scopes. As you can see, I've got two different models here. This is the Burris Thermal Scope 50 and this is the Burris Thermal Scope 35. As you can notice, I've got two different mounts on here. The Europeans will be receiving this longer cantilevered mount for bolt action rifles, while the American market will be receiving this shorter mount that was kind of built for your AR pattern firearms. You will be able to purchase the mount separately in case you need it for something else, but that's what these are going to come with from the get-go. You will notice that we've got the two different sizes as well. Both of these are going to be available in all markets. The 35 millimeter is going to be more of that 2.3 to 9.2 magnification, whereas the 50 millimeter is going to be 3.3 to 13.2, so a little higher magnification. A little bit tighter field of view on the 50s is what you're getting there. They run on two kinds of batteries, either CR123As, which I actually have in here right now. As you can see, two of those. Or what it'll come with is one 18650 battery. This little guy should run it for about 4.5 to 5 hours. Simple battery install right there. The battery cap's got a tether, finger adjustable, so it shouldn't be super difficult to get the battery swapped out. Plus, it's really nice to be able to keep just a couple of these easy to find CR123s handy in your bag in case you need them. Now, for the operation of this guy, we've got two really simple buttons, and that's all there is on it. Very intuitive. We've got obviously a power button here. Press and hold to turn it on. Press and hold, watch the power bar go across to turn it off completely. If you release the power button during the power cycling mode, it'll actually kick into battery save mode and turn off the screen. This click wheel is the only way to operate any of the menus. When you click it, you'll actually move into a setting, and by adjusting the wheel itself, you can select your different menu options, your different features, different settings there that way. Very intuitive. Once you get behind it, you turn it on. It's going to make life a whole lot easier just having one thing to keep track of instead of multiple different buttons. Now, to turn this guy on, just press the power button, press and hold it, the screen will kick on and it'll start cycling up. When the image does show up, the objective end has this nice knurled ring with a rubber coating on it so you can grip it, whether it's wet, cold, dry, whatever it happens to be. But turn this objective ring in order to focus the image. Very important to have a nice sharp focus so that you got a pretty picture to look at. Now, once you are in the scope and you can see an image, we've got, like I said, just this one click wheel. If you don't click the button and you just dial it, that's going to be your zoom. It'll go from 1x to 2x to 4x and then back to 1 again. We can get into our menu by clicking the button. And now from here we can cycle through all of our different adjustments here. First one being color palette, of which there are a few: white hot, blue hot, green hot, 3 different intensities of our signature red hot, and black hot. Then we've got our image brightness and contrast settings. Those are different than the screen brightness setting, but the image brightness and contrast you'll want to fine-tune for your particular application. Then we've got our ranging selection. Once you enter ranging, you can use the wheel to narrow the stadia lines or widen the stadia lines, and it will then tell you what the approximate range is for a known size target. From here, we come back out to our main menu, and we've got 3 sub-menus here at the bottom. We've got setting, which will change us to our different calibration modes. That's for the shutter, for nuking it. You can do it either auto, shutter, or scene. Shutter being kind of a semi-automatic, meaning it won't automatically calibrate on its own. It will only do it when you push the button. And scene being completely manual. In order to do a calibration, you'll actually need to put the lens cap on it and calibrate it manually. From there, we've got picture-in-picture underneath the calibration mode. Picture-in-picture gives you a dedicated zoomed-in image, just like picture-in-picture on your television screen, except the smaller image is zoomed in. our signature hot track feature, which is going to place a crosshair on the hottest thing in your field of view. And then finally our screen brightness. Now the screen brightness is going to be the backlight of the screen itself. That's going to very much help with eye strain, especially when the light is low. After that, we've got our auto off settings. If you want to save some battery life, you can turn the auto off setting between 15 minutes, 30 minutes, or 60 minutes, however much you want it to be, as well as an option to do a factory reset on the device. If we back out to our main menu again, we've got our advanced menu settings. The advanced menu settings are more for your reticle selection and zeroing profiles. So we do have multiple zeroing profiles that can be stored in the rifle scope. We have a total of 6. So you could use this for different rifles. You could use this for different cartridge loads for your different setups. But each one, you can select your own reticle. You can select your own reticle color as well. So there are 10 different reticle options to select from, and 2 different reticle colors, white and black. Depending on which color palette you have selected, the different reticle might appear better in white or black. And then our last option here in the main menu is our zeroing. This is obviously going to be the most important for the rifle scope. But when we jump into our zeroing menu, we can select first our range, 25 meters, 50 meters, 100 meters, and set it up for our zero distance. Once we've done that, we can go out, and what you'll want to do is take a target of some kind that's going to be thermally visible. Hot water bottle, for example. We use steel targets, and we'll just hit it with a blowtorch for a few moments and get it nice and warm, and then we'll use that as our aiming point. Obviously the smaller the better, but you still want to be able to see where you're hitting as well. So sometimes it helps to do it during the day, but at night it works just as well, especially if you're using something where you can see your impacts if you are to miss. So if you've got a nice good dusty berm, you'll be able to see your impact and know where you're hitting to be able to adjust for it. Definitely helps to have a friend though. Once you have adjusted your point of impact to your point of aim in this menu here, you can then exit and save, or exit it without saving if you choose that you don't want to mess with your zero. And once you're done there, your zero will be set and you'll be good to go hunting. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. If you have any questions specific to the thermal optics, feel free to check out burrisoptics.com or check the link in the description.